everybody. You're sparkly even from this side. Oh my gosh. So, I've struggled probably my whole life, like most women I think, with being okay that not everybody's gonna like me. My pastor talked about it at church the other day. It was in the Gospel of Mark when Jesus summoned the 12 and began to send them out to do their missions, and his words to them were, "Shake the dust off your shoes when somebody rejects you." In other words, not everybody's gonna like your message, and that's on them. And not everyone's gonna even like you, so shake off the dust and keep moving. This is hard for me. Does anybody struggle with that? I remember being in the 9th grade and tasting popularity for the very first time. Middle school had actually been really horrible for me. Anybody, middle school was horrible? Like, literally, I had no friends in the 6th grade. Like, none. 7th grade got a little bit better. I had gotten contacts and I had grown out my Fantastic Sam's bangs. Sorry, Mom. So by 8th grade, I was kind of on my way to feeling kind of cool. And then I got to 9th grade, got to high school, and I decided to capitalize on this newfound popularity and run for class president. And I remember vividly going up to a group of girls in my chorus class and handing them a button and saying, asking for their vote. And one of the girls looked at me right in the face and she said, "I'm not voting for you. Why would I vote for you?" Slap. Okay, well, I lost the election. And I realized that not everybody's gonna like me. It was actually true, and it really hurt my 14-year-old heart. It was probably the first time that I had a hater. And I remember it feeling really horrible, and it made me want to quit the campaign right there in that moment, and I was super embarrassed, and I felt misunderstood, and I wanted to run, and I wanted to hide in a hole. Have you ever felt that way? Has another girl ever made you feel that way, or even another grown woman? Haters are the worst. But we've all been a victim of one, and I also believe we've all been one to someone else. Just a few weeks ago, I was talking with my husband about some of my friends in my social circles. Ever since turning 40, I've been on this new journey of building up my female relationships in a deeper way. Not just having tons of surface friends, but actually opening up and being truly myself and being vulnerable with some of the women in my life. I've been craving deeper connections, and I'm surrounded by women all the time, but I often feel very, very lonely. So we were talking about this mom in our school circle, and he was saying, she was just singing your praises, and she was talking about how much she loves what you do with Trades of Hope, but that there were a lot of haters out there. I was like, haters? Man, I keep Trades of Hope so far out of that social circle. How could there be haters? I immediately fixated on that one detail, and I forgot all the nice things that she had said, and I sunk into this little pit of embarrassment and, frankly, just kind of wanting to quit. But as I said the word to myself over and over again, it kind of took on a new meaning. It wasn't hater, it was hate her. And I realized that as women, we have this incredible power over one another. And it's a power that can create life, but just as quickly it can destroy it in an instant. And we all know that words have power, but this is like scary, instantaneous destruction of confidence, self-assuredness, belief, and hope kind of power. One tiny word, and we can become hate-hers. And it starts with the words we say to ourselves. Are you a hater to your own body, to your thoughts, to your abilities, your skills that you think you have or don't, to your hair? How many times as women are we totally in the confidence zone? We've got the outfit, the shoes, the hair looks good, the makeup is flawless, and we're like, yeah, we're nailing it. And then the tiniest little thing, a glance in the mirror, a selfie we take, a look from your spouse that was totally unintentional, bless his heart, and you're like, what? What? I look stupid, right? I look stupid. Oh my gosh, I look stupid. And then you go to your room and you change clothes 15 times, or you cry, or you do both. And this is even more incredible because it kind kind of happened to me tonight. I had a moment. And I can't tell you how many times this has happened to me in my life, over and over. I've been the worst hate-her to myself for so many years. I'm better now. Turning 40 helped, therapy helped, but still, even tonight, I had a moment. Can we please stop being haters to our own tender, precious, beautiful hearts? Can we promise right here, right now, this night, to be kind to ourselves? To create life in our own minds. Because it starts with you, it starts with me. We have the power to love ourselves. We do. So accept a compliment with a smile and don't excuse it away. When you get dressed and you have one of those "I look amazing" moments, don't allow something to psych you out of it. Fight back, and it's a fight. Don't let the hate-her win. Because she will keep you from creating life and love and hope in the world if you let her win. The hate-her will stop you from being all that you were created to be. She'll stop you from wearing the dress you wanted to wear, from being the sexy goddess you want to be, from taking the dance class you want to take, being brave, taking risks, living boldly. She will hate on that. She will hate on you, and she will hold you back. And she will destroy your dreams. Don't let her do that. Because you have work to do. All women have mission and purpose on this planet, but as compassionate entrepreneurs, your mission and purpose is super clear. Go have parties. Be a voice. Change the world. Don't let the hater inside of you stop you from doing that work, that good work. She'll tell you you're not blank enough, but you must tell her back, I am. You must believe it, and you must fight for that belief every single day. And what helps you combat that hate-her is also not being one to other women. Now you're like, no, I'm super nice. I don't hate anything. I love other women. But every single person in this room has had a judgmental thought about another woman at some point. You have been sarcastic. You have maybe even made fun of somebody. And you might have even done it without knowing it. So a couple of weeks ago, some of you will remember this, I posted on the main CE page about a hostess that I had texted. And I got this really cryptic text back that said, little people were coming to the party. Anybody remember that? I posted it. Yeah. So it struck me as funny. I shared it. Some of you engaged with the post. And I was really just trying to have like a real moment. Like, I don't always have the perfect hostesses or the perfect parties, haha. But then I went to the party a couple days later, and I realized what a hate-her I had been, without even knowing. The whole drive to the house, I was kind of annoyed. It was farther out than I really wanted to be going on a Friday night. I knew there were only going to be 3 people there, and I was still kind of laughing about the text exchange. I was thinking, this party is not going to be good, and I wish I could just go home. I knocked on the door, and I was greeted by the hostess. Her kitchen table was small, but that's where she wanted me to set up. So I started unpacking my display. And then I met her son. He was about 9 years old, and he was in his pajamas, and he was watching Frozen. He was severely autistic, and he couldn't speak very well. Within 5 minutes of being in this home, I realized why her texts had been cryptic, why I hadn't heard much from this hostess, but why she really wanted me to come out and do this party. Her 3 friends came over, and they were lovely, and all of them had children with special needs. And the opportunity to come to a Trades of Hope party on a Friday night was such a gift and reprieve to these ladies. And the 5 of us sat around her tiny kitchen table, and I shared about Trades of Hope, and they listened, and they loved what I said, and they tried on jewelry, they shopped, they all booked parties, and they all wanted to know about being a compassionate entrepreneur. I drove home in silence, and I got inside my house, and I looked around, and I literally got down on my knees, and I wept, and I said, thank you, God, for my life and the blessed ease of it. And thank you for putting me in my place tonight. I was such a hater going into that party, but thankfully I had the chance to make it right and give those women something beautiful and life-giving. I was humbled, I was embarrassed, and I was so keenly aware of how my little joke, my ha-ha, had the potential to be so destructive. Ladies, we must love ourselves. We must love one another. We must assume the best about each other and recognize the Creator in every woman we come in contact with, and we must lift that up. We believe at Trades of Hope, and we know that women are ripple effects of change. We know that a woman who is given the ability to rise up out of poverty brings 4 to 5 others with her. She educates her children, she invests in her home, her community, and she is a world changer. We would never be a hate-her towards an artisan partner. But ladies, the women in this room in Trades of Hope are sisters, and above all ourselves, deserve as much respect and honor for being world changers. As compassionate entrepreneurs and as women, we are creators of life and love and hope, and we are empowered to make the world a better place. Don't let the hate-hers win, and don't be one, even unintentionally, and even to yourself. We have too much good work to do, too much love and life to create in this world, too much world change to make happen. Not everyone is going to like us, but we can choose to love ourselves and love one another. Don't be a hate-her, be a love-her. Thank you.